Hi guys, and thanks for joining us for another episode of the Film Thingy Podcast, the podcast where we get behind the scenes of your favourite films and your TV shows and find out what the hell was really going on.
That was John.
And he's Matt. Why don't you tell the listeners what film we're covering this week?
This week we're going to be covering The Dark Knight
Rises! The fire rises! Okay, spoiler alert for the listeners. If you haven't seen The Dark Knight Rises, probably worth watching that first. Matt, critically quite well received. It was probably a good end to his trilogy. I want to know what you think. Okay, so some quick fire questions for you.
Okay, yeah.
Most savage scene.
Most savage scene.
There's quite a few upon a rewatch, isn't there?
Do you know what? I think it's probably when Ben Mendelsohn's character is killed off screen. And the reason why I say it is because he puts his hand on him and he says,
"Do you
he
feel
says,
in charge?"
"Do you feel in charge?" Doesn't he?
He does.
And then he grabs him round his neck, like he's going to break his neck, which is what I assume he was going to do when I watch it. But then it cuts away, and he starts to scream.
Like
so
whimpering.
he's
and
like, that wouldn't happen if you broke a neck, would it?
Yeah.
So what is he doing
Is he-
to him?
Voice box, maybe? He's pulling his voice. What isn't he doing to him? Favourite quote?
I know this is quickfire, but it's really hard quickfire because there's so many really ridiculous quotes in it, and they're what I think about.
Okay.
So I think about, "Did you come to die with your city?" And then he goes, "No, I came to fight you."
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking hell, it's so
I
laboured.
came to stop you.
I came to stop you.
Yeah.
Rather than just
Come
saying,
on,
like,
Christian.
rather than going, "If that's what it takes," which would have been a fucking great lad.
Not a
rather
bad
than-
voice.
It's pretty good.
Have you been practising for
No, I've
tonight?
been practising Bane though.
Yeah, of course. I've been really excited to cover this one, actually. I've been excited to cover this film.
Favourite line from the film? I really don't know, because also there's the bit at the end which is supposed to be really epic. Like the bit where he goes, "It could be something as simple as putting a coat over the shoulders of a young boy whose parents have just been killed."
Yeah.
It's like, fucking hell.
It's just
putting
putting it on a plate for him, isn't he? Yeah.
So that
And Gary Oldman almost doesn't get it. It takes him
going-
ages.
He's meant to be a police commissioner. Wait a minute,
Bruce Wayne.
Wait a minute, Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Wait a minute, Bruce Wayne.
Give us the plot in 10 words.
Plot in 10 words. Batman is older, not as fit. Bane is there.
Great. Yeah. I mean, I would say that's fair.
I'm on it 9. Vengeance.
You could have just Vengeance. I think that covers.
Just vengeance.
Vengeance.
Yeah. I want to rescind my 10 and just stick to just vengeance.
Okay. Review it in 10 words.
Action-packed. Very exciting. Poor dialogue. Plot holes. And thingy.
Michelle Pfeiffer or Anne Hathaway's Catwoman?
Pfeiffer. Easy.
Okay. Easy. Who steals the show for you in terms of performance? Not in terms of your favourite character, but who steals it in terms of performance?
Probably Tom Hardy. I know it's maybe an obvious answer, but especially when it was released,
2012.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's very interesting to watch. Although the voice is a bit silly, he is very engaging, and you do want to sort of hear what he's got to say.
There was a lot of hype, wasn't there, when the trailer or the teaser trailer dropped, and you could just see him hunched over Batman, and he is just an imposing figure, isn't he?
He's menacing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think so. What about you?
Outside Betty, Michael Caine.
He's the same as in.
He's really not. He's really not. Apart from one scene, all his scenes are so emotionally driven. I think for me, in terms of acting, proper acting, not the stunts, not the action sequences, I genuinely think it just, one-on-one actor to actor acting, I think he does quite a really good job.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think it's a very acting heavy film.
No, but there is a lot of story in the trilogy itself. For Christian Bale, for Batman, his sacrifices come at great personal cost for the sake of Gotham.
Yeah.
And that's kind of explored all the way through, and obviously comes... The thing that makes Alfred leave is where he tells Batman that he burnt the letter from Rachel saying she chose Harvey Dent. And that completely breaks the relationship, doesn't it? Or until that sort of one of the final scenes at the end. And that's one of those scenes where he really gets quite emotional, and he's really, he's known him since he was the day he was born, effectively, and he's been with him ever since. So I thought that was really quite an emotional scene. And then when he comes back and he thinks Batman's dead, or Bruce Wayne's dead in his gravestone, he thinks he's failed him. I just think as classic traditional acting goes, I think he does the best job, in my opinion.
Kudos to Caine for that.
Yeah.
Michael Caine impression, real quick?
I can't do a Michael Caine impression.
Everyone can do a Michael Caine
No,
impression.
everyone thinks they can do a Michael Caine impression, can you?
Right, what does he say?
My name.
And the bandit was the size of a tangerine.
Yeah, I'm not going to do
Because the
it.
bandit had been throwing them away.
But you just sound like every
I sound like
other
Ray
Cockney. Every other
I can
aging
do
Cockney.
Ray Winston do a Michael Caine.
Yeah, you're doing Ray Winston.
Bandit was the size of a tangerine.
Fucking hot. Would you rather die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain?
The villain.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay, more interesting answer. But villains aren't born, they're made. So trauma is needed, isn't it, to create you as a villain? And I'm not seeing it.
In my head, I'm a villain of... I don't know. I'm the villain of somebody's story, but the villain's not the villain of their own story.
Mine. You're probably the villain
I'm
of
the
my
villain
story.
of your story, because I've stolen all of your blood. I want to live longer. I want the riches that are associated with a villain. I have a lot of fun, don't they? Batman, he never lasts.
Bit of a square, isn't he?
And also,
but look, he's got all the money. He's got all the money and he's miserable. So you want to be a villain. You want to be a villain to get those riches, and you're just going to end up like Batman in a cave, jacking it. So we know what the general audience think. We know what you think, but you've found a big old slice of film thingy that you're going to lay on me and the listeners. So let's have it.
A big old slab. I've got my film thingy, my silverware cake slice out.
Yeah.
And I've approached the Dark Knight Rises gatter. And I'm prepared to hoik a chunk, is that the expression?
I think Ed Gamble's in trouble with that intro.
He will be. So, amongst a number of different plot holes and issues that I've got with the film, I will caveat that by saying that I really do like this film. I like the entire trilogy. It had a lot of work to do to live up to The Dark Knight, which is arguably the best superhero film ever made. But yeah, there's a number of different issues with the overall plot, why things happen the way they do. But the thingy in particular that I want to talk about is after Bruce Wayne is taken to the prison, and he manages to make it out, he manages to rise.
Without rope?
Without rope, because the rope holds you back. You need to not have the rope to give yourself the adrenaline, to push yourself that last little bit, supposedly. To
not be afraid of dying.
Of falling or dying. It gets back to Gotham through some means. That's kind of all okay as well. I'm not going to dwell on the fact that he manages to make it from wherever he is in, I'm not quite sure where, don't say it in the film, to back to Gotham. As he approaches dressed in his full Batman garb and meets the exiled police officers, including
they're about to walk across the ice, aren't they?
Gordon lights a torch and it leads up all the way up. A trail of fire blazes across the ice all the way up the side of the riverbank and the bridge, and on the side of a building, just one building in Gotham, which is a megacity, there's a really poorly drawn bat symbol in fire. Which maybe you can explain how Bruce Wayne had time to do that.
Is that the whole film thingy?
There are things some of those we could discuss.
Let's see how we get on.
That's the film thingy. My question really, as always with our thingies, is no, it doesn't impact the plot of the film. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really need to be there, and I don't really understand how he possibly had time to do it, and I don't really know what it adds to the film. I appreciate it's a bat symbol, which is great to see, but it comes with so much baggage that it seems really unnecessary.
The first sort of thing that springs to mind for me, apart from the obvious, why isn't the ice melting while the weight of the police are on it, is how did he get the bat, the poorly illuminated
Because
bat sign?
it's not very good.
It's not very good. I think for me, my first point is like how has he got up there to do it?
He's got to have hijacked a window cleaner's.
Yeah. Has he done it before or after he's broke his back? Do you think he's been? How long has it been there? Is it new? Is it years in the making? This has he gone just in case I ever need it?
In that case, what's it made out of? Because it needs to be a flammable material that can stay affixed to adhered to the side of a building,
but not melt through ice.
But not also melt through ice. You'd have to assume whatever it is that he's put on there, he hasn't put on there 6 months prior or 6 years prior. He's got loads of them all over the city because they will clean Gotham at some point. Like they will clean windows.
So has he organised then a window cleaner's
pulley? I don't know what
a pulley. Yeah, one of those old school wooden things that you pull yourself up. Has he hijacked it, or has he got someone involved to help him? And they've pulled themselves up, and he's literally been there for hours, slapdashing this big bat on it. He's looking down. He's watching all these people getting exiled, falling through the ice or getting shot, going, just gotta get this bat done. You know, really need to get this bat done. This is about Gotham, but I really want this bat to look pretty good. I need to make a statement of intent here to let everyone know I'm back. There are people falling through the ice. Literally, there's people floating back up. The bodies are piling up. But who's helping him?
I don't think he's got that many people on his side at that point. This is a Bruce Wayne who's been out of action for 8 years.
Yeah.
But out of the public eye for 8 years.
And he's just had his ass handed to him.
Batman who's been out of action for 8 years.
Yeah.
He's already knackered. It's stated earlier in the film that he's knackered every bit of his body. He's basically been living an NFL player's life. Obviously, because he had the crap kicked out of him for
years.
Years, you would assume.
Yeah.
So he needs like leg braces and all this stuff to feel better. And he's just recovering from a broken back in the space of a few months. So he don't want to be climbing up side of a building, does he?
No. Has someone done it for him? What if it was Alfred? Michael Caine is probably in better condition than Batman at that point to get up the bridge, despite his age. He's got cartilage in his knees, you'd suspect, at least. Batman don't.
No, he doesn't.
No cartilage.
But also he's left.
Maybe that's why they make such a big point of it.
Right. It's well established in the start of the film that Wayne Enterprises no longer makes a profit.
Yes.
Which is why the orphanage funds are all dry up.
Yeah.
Alfred quits earlier in the film, worried that Bruce Wayne's going to do himself a mischief.
Yeah.
Which he later does because Bane breaks his back.
Yeah.
That's a
pretty
real
much.
mischief.
It pretty much. Yes. Yes.
He says that. He goes, I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit or your body? And then he slams him, doesn't he? And Bruce Wayne goes, oh, I've done myself a mischief there. Doesn't he?
Fucking hell, Alfred was right. I've done myself a mischief. Oh, you fuck.
Oh, you've done yourself a mischief there, Bruce.
And then when they put him up on the rope in the cell, which is hilarious, by the way, he just fucking hoiks him up.
Jangling about.
Fuck me, it must be painful. And he goes, oh, you've done yourself a mischief, punches it back in. It's the medical term for breaking your back is doing yourself a mischief.
So Alfred doesn't want him to do himself a mischief. He does anyway. Unlucky Alfred.
Yeah,
Alfred
right,
quits. He says, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
He says, I'm out of here. Mic drop. I'm out. Alfred ain't got a leg to stand on, has he?
Where is he? What? He ain't got no money.
Well, is he gone back to his roots, cleaning the windows of the skyscrapers of Gotham?
Is that where he started, do you reckon?
Possibly, isn't it? He could have, but you don't know. You can't tell me that he wasn't cleaning the windows of Wayne Enterprises. And Thomas Wayne said, that window cleaner's dressed in a 3-piece suit. He looks quite dapper.
Looks the part. It clearly look like dressed for the job you want, not the job you have, as they say.
Yeah.
So Albert Pennyworth's origin story
Alfred.
is that... What did I say?
Albert.
Alfred Pennyworth's origin story is that he was a window cleaner in Gotham and Thomas Wayne hired him because he was wearing a three-piece suit whilst on the job, so to speak.
Insane. Mid-July. Mid-July.
He's sweating.
It's 40 degrees outside.
It's probably an Harris tweed. Full three-piece Harris tweed in the Gotham heat.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's recruited him. He's back in. He probably does the odd window at the Wayne Manor, doesn't he? To be fair, he can't let it go. Can he? That he used to be the best window cleaner in Gotham. Okay, so he potentially is someone who could have got up there. If it was Alfred Pennyworth, how's he got up there? It seems like quite a convenient, divisive way for Alfred to disappear at the right time, and then he's got this big blazing bat.
So he's got his old rig out. That's not a problem. He's taken that out of cold storage. What you got?
Make sure the wheels don't seize up.
What you got in there? Window cleaning rig.
And everyone thinks he's lying. He goes to see Lucius Fox, who's amongst all the gadgets, has got his old rig.
Yeah, his old wooden window cleaning.
Because I've just given it a quick varnish for you, bud. Because they used to probably be on the town together all the time, didn't they?
You do a Morgan Freeman impression?
It depends on the line. Probably not. I don't think I can. I was really confident.
We can't do that. We can't do that back and forth.
We can't do any impressions actually as it stands. I'm trying to think of a line that he does that's maybe easier to deliver.
Andy Dufresne.
Do that again?
What else does he say about Andy Dufresne?
It's probably. It just keeps saying his.
He just
keeps going around all the time.
He goes.
Got his head bound off in the showers.
Andy Dufresne.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Wayne. I just sound like a cow. I sound like a cowboy.
John Wayne.
Yeah.
A less busy man. I'll just do both parts.
I'll just sit quiet.
I've been keeping it in cold storage for you, Alfred. Is that fresh varnish? Is that fresh varnish, Lucius?
That fresh varnish, Lucius, like that. Michael, have you had a stroke? Okay, so Michael Caine he's got the apprenticeship under his belt.
Michael Caine has at this point.
Michael Caine was a window cleaner, and then he decided that he was going to make Alfred Pennyworth So Alfred Pennyworth used to be a window cleaner in Gotham.
Alfred Pennyworth's windows worth a penny was the slogan. In for a penny, in for a pound. He had 3 or 4 different slogans, all about pennies. Alfred Pennyworth's window cleaning services, in for a penny, in for a pound, and I'll clean your windows no matter what.
Just pay me whatever you've got lying around.
Marketing wasn't his strong point. Cleaning windows was.
That's it, and that's the key, I think. So
no one could touch him with a squidgy.
No, 2-handed. He had one in each hand.
Yeah.
What he would do, he would let go. The pulley system. He'd just kick the brakes off, drop in 12 floors at once, and then he'd wheel himself back up, move to the side 1 yard.
And this is what Thomas Wayne witnessed.
And he goes,
this 3-piece suit. You can just see. Because at this point, he's not a young man at this point, because he's always old, isn't he? He's like perpetually old as well.
Yeah.
So he's maybe in his, 50s. He's a 50-year-old man.
50-year-old window
3-piece Irish tweed suit.
Yeah.
40-degree Gotham summer. 12th floor, near the penthouse. Penthouse? Is that the right word?
The penthouse suite, not at the top,
near the penthouse suite. Yeah. Thomas Wayne's in a business meeting, surrounded by his board of directors. He's got a great view of the window, and he can just see this 50-year-old man, 2 squidgies, 1 in each hand, whipping past him at 100 miles an hour.
He thinks they've got a jumper.
Jesus Christ! He gets to the window, and he runs fast, and he bangs into the window because it's so clear. He thinks there's no window there.
Michael Caine wheels himself back up, sees Thomas Wayne knocked out cold. He goes, "My name is Albert Pennyworth." And he doesn't hear him.
Window cleaning services. In for a penny, in for a pound. I'll do the windows and I'll do the rest for now. And all he can hear is because it's reinforced glass. It's a skyscraper.
And he's disorientated. He's just knocked himself out on at least double glazing in those days.
It's got to be double glazed.
At least.
You won't single glaze a skyscraper, would
Nah.
you? Even in the sort of like 60s, 70s.
No, I wouldn't. So, okay. So we've established a potential inside man. So the question for me still stands. If it was Albert Pennyworth, window cleaning extraordinaire, how's it got up the top of the bridge?
So is it on the side of the bridge?
I think
Is
it's
it on
on
the side of
like
a
one of
building?
the... Is it on a building?
I thought it was on a building.
Oh, maybe... Oh, that would make more sense.
Maybe
I
it
thought
is on the side of a bridge. I did pause it and double check. I can check it.
You
Let's just
Google
check it just to make sure we know what we're talking
Let's
about.
just...
Yes, you're right. It's on the bridge. It's on the, I don't know, the archway atop the bridge.
Yeah.
Looking at it in detail, it appears to be pointing out of Gotham.
So all those people that normally would be alerted by the bat signal are not seeing it.
Yeah, the criminals who will be scared of the Batman out on the prowl, and the people of the city, the citizens who are brought hope by the bat signal, can't see it because it's on the opposite side of the bridge.
And there's the soldiers and the police at the other side of the bridge that are being told by the terrorists that they can't let anyone across.
They can see
it, but they haven't got comms to the police inside Gotham. So they're kind of snookered as well.
Yeah, and it's not that well drawn, so they can't really see what it is. They just think the bridge is on fire.
They think it's just a fire. So
Fucked it.
Alfred's proper fucked it. He's proper fucked that. How did he get up there though? How did he get up and get down?
I think he's probably adapted his rig to work on bridges.
Or has he borrowed a bit of kit? Has it been see Lucius? I've come from my old rig. Goes,
I've been tinkering with it.
yeah, and for the listeners,
He's winking at it.
yeah, for the listeners,
With the wrong
me and
eye.
Matt are winking at each
But
other.
he's winking with the wrong eye. So he's leaning in, and his other eye, the opposite eye is winking. That's what's happening.
He's going. But he's not doing the head movement that you normally do. It's a bit more subtle. And Alfred Pennyworth thinks Lucius Fox is having some sort of stroke. Possibly.
Again.
What do you mean again?
Because Alfred had a stroke a minute ago when
Did he?
when he was going on a road trip.
Right, so they've both had a stroke. This is it. Lucius Fox thinks he's giving him his old rig. He just gives him some gadgets from what were for Bruce Wayne. Alfred Pennyworth has now his own precious armoury.
Yeah.
Gratefully accepted. He will need it. And even Bruce Wayne, who comes back, it's fucking Albert Pennyworth in Batman's suit, isn't it? He's just got all the gear. And he's the one that...
Albert.
It's Alfred...
Fucking hell.
It's Alfred Pennyworth, who he's the Batman. Bruce Wayne's not even back yet.
So Bruce Wayne doesn't appear again until he's seen in that Italian restaurant. He's already fucked off to the Riviera.
He's
watching
escaped.
the video.
Sorts his
Gotham.
back out and goes, fuck me, I want to get out of here.
Yeah,
And
he
go to
goes,
France.
I'm not going back there.
Goes, fucking hell, it's alright, shit all now.
So Alfred thinks Master Wayne. He thinks Master Wayne's dead
Yeah. Fucking hell,
because he's just disappeared into the sewers at some point.
Yeah.
And he thinks, oh well, he's probably dead then. Best get my old kit out, see what I can do about this mess.
And he thinks he's talking about his old window cleaning rig.
Yeah.
At this point. So he has no intention of putting on the cowl, does he?
No, but then, as he's finished the job, up on the rig, got all the gear, no idea. He's painted with napalm at summit. All over this, he's done a fucking, like...
Slapdash job of it, hasn't he?
Yeah,
fucking
it
hell.
ain't great.
He's out of the game. He's been out of the game for a little bit.
Well, he was never a paint and decorator, was he? He was a window cleaner, wasn't he? He was all about getting rid of paint and shit.
Yeah, not slapping it on.
Slapping it
He's
over
fucking
brick.
pissed. He's pissed off when he's doing it, and he's like, "Fucking want to clean this." He's slapping it on. It's
People
going everywhere.
fall into the ice, not meters below him.
Yeah.
100 metre below him, there's people literally falling through ice, and he's thinking, oh, what's one or two more? Better do a good job of this. He looks down, he says, Pennyworth by name, Pennyworth by nature, which is another of his catchphrases.
What's one or two more 100 civilians falling through the ice? I need to get this napalm slapped on quick.
Finishes that off, pops the cowl on, Because you won't work with the cowl. It'd be hard to see.
Oh,
wouldn't
so
it?
are we saying then that Alfred Pennyworth has gone to Lucius Fox, they've both had a stroke, so he accidentally takes his rig and the Batman equipment, the gear.
Yep.
So he sets up the rig to get up the bridge, then only notices when he's done the job at the top that he's got all the Batman equipment with him. So then he puts the cowl on.
I think he kind of realises as he's going along. At some point he realises that's by the by. Look, he's got the gear. He thinks I think he knows. I think he leaves with Lucius and he assesses what he's been given by Lucius. He goes, this is probably what I used to use, but it's been a long time, so I better put my protective gear on that I used to wear when I used to be up on top, which is coincidentally his Batman outfit.
Yeah.
But the Batman has had a stroke at this point. So
Yeah.
he's a little
That's
bit
true,
worse
is
for
it?
wear.
Yeah, he won't know what he's doing a great deal, will he?
No, bless him. He's up there. He manages to make it up. Don't get me wrong, he's up there.
Well, if he's had a stroke, that explains why he's done such a shit job of drawing a bat.
Yeah, he's not got a very steady hand at that point.
Use your other hand, Alfred.
But he's holding on to a rope with his other hand.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
He's basically abseiling off the side of this bridge to get this work done.
I mean, you can't fault the commitment.
No, you can't.
Actually, when he's done a fucking terrible job of drawing a bat, but...
He thinks Master Wayne's dead all along. So he's drawn a bat, and then he thinks, well, I need to light it now. So he drops down, and then he drops down, and then he sees Jim Gordon at the bottom.
And then he does an impression of Bruce Wayne.
And then he goes, shit, they're gonna know it's... They're gonna spot me instantly because I'm an 80-year-old now.
But they're so worried about falling through the ice that they literally can't tell that it's him.
Yeah.
And because he's had the stroke, it actually makes him more like the real Bruce Wayne and less like Alfred.
Yeah, if he finds his voice has just sort of gone a bit.
His voice naturally goes like Batman.
Yeah. And then he just cracks on with the rest of it. He's totally out of the loop with all the story because when Bane's telling him about that it was really he wasn't really, and it was Talia, all the business with Talia al Ghul, and he doesn't know what's going on with all that, but he just plays along, doesn't he?
And he knows that
master actor, isn't he? Is genuinely in the comics. Alfred is a bit of a mimic, isn't he? He's a
is that right?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
So he can easily play the part. He's spent the last 40, 50 years with the guy. You know, he can play him easily.
No, even when he's had a stroke, he can still walk like him and talk like him.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big, just like a bat. Like, you know, people like
How hard is it?
That, are they?
How hard is it? Okay.
No one's looking too closely, are they? Let's be fair. Bane doesn't know.
Bane gets his fucking ass kicked by him.
Which further explains that, because this is in itself a bit of a plot hole or a thingy.
Okay. Yeah, let's go for the thingy.
So, Bruce Wayne's Batman, not Alfred Pennyworth's Batman, gets his ass handed to him by Bane with a lot of his gadgets, and he's ready to fight him. Granted, he's in Bane's domain because he owns the shadows because he was born into them, molded by them. But he's got all of his kit on, and he's got his special knee brace on and all that. But Bane fucks him up big time.
Yeah, he does.
Somehow, after his exile, time in a prison and a broken back, he's able to best him in hand combat.
Just with
hand-to-hand
pure
combat.
will.
Just because he's like more angry.
He's more angry, isn't he?
Like, I don't think, and Bane's let his guard down, has he, for some reason, because he's near the end of his plan. To me, that's all a bit, it's a bit convenient.
Oh, it's very convenient. I mean, for me, begs the question, how much research did they do on Bane in the first place? Because they seem to do a lot of research on Selina Kyle and her background, and Bane being a terrorist and all this, and part of the League of Shadows. But at this point, no one's questioned why he's wearing a mask or what the mask does. And it takes the old senile guy in the prison to explain that basically helps him manage his pain from all his injuries in the prison. But you just do a bit more fucking digging before you go get your ass fucking bent out of place, wouldn't you?
Well, tell you,
and by ass, I mean back.
Tell you who was doing the digging, famous, well established at the start of the film, who says I'll do more digging on it all.
Alfred fucking Pennyworth.
That's right.
You bastard.
He knows all about Bane's history.
He wanted
Wikipedia.
He wanted the glory. He wanted the glory.
He convinced Bruce Wayne to fight Bane, knowing that he'd lose.
It's that thing in it where you tell someone to do something and they do the opposite. He was like, if I cry enough and say I don't want to lose you, I think you want to lose. Bruce Wayne's gonna go, nah, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
And if you go back in that scene and you watch again and you look and you see through the door, he's making French onion soup. And what's that gonna do? Make him cry, innit? So he's weeping, quote unquote, because he's so upset over fucking Bruce and what would you do if I told you that I'd bend a letter? He's a grown man, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He's got a pouch of onion soup in his inside pocket of his 3-piece tweed, hasn't he? And every so often he like for the listeners, I'm sniffing French onion soup out of a pouch in my inside pocket.
Yeah.
Whilst crying, which is exactly what Alfred did. What's his motive? Why does he want to fuck Bruce over? Does it just want?
I can only assume that he wants to get Pennyworth's window cleaning services back off the ground. Imagine how many fucking windows is going to have to be cleaning after what Bane's done.
That's it. He was so sick of being a butler. He wants to get the window cleaning service back off the ground. He keeps Lucius on board because he's got the rig.
Yeah.
And he's give it a fresh varnish as well, probably.
Yeah.
He pushes Bruce Wayne back into battle, knowing full well that he's gonna lose and lose bad. He's gonna be out the picture for months.
Yeah.
He's gonna be, effectively disabled for months. So then he's got time to work with Bane against the police. He's got the inside story from Jim Gordon and
John
Robin Blake. He then knows that Batman and Bruce Wayne is in prison / disabled for out of action. So then he can set things up behind the scene, including the shit drawn bat made out of napalm, to stage Batman's comeback and take all the glory. He gets a fucking statue at the end and it's Alfred Pennyworth.
And all that sweet
yeah,
cheddar.
because like you say, he's paying Bane to fuck the city up.
So
he can window clean it all.
Oh, so he was in cahoots with Bane the whole time.
He could be.
Because he didn't want to be no one's bitch, does he?
Not anymore. Not after, however many years, 40, 50 years serving the Wayne family. At least 40 years. Because that's probably how old Bruce Wayne is by that point.
Yeah.
Plus he's been around prior to that. So he's been around for 40, 50 years. And you think, fucking hell. He's been in his room for 8 years, moping around because the love of his life got fucking bombed by the Joker.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Grow up.
Grow up. I've been here the whole time, and these windows, you may or may not have noticed, Bruce, these windows are fucking spotless. Right, if you couldn't keep up with that, time for a 30-second summary.
30-second summary.
Alfred misses the window cleaning game.
Hires Bane to take over Gotham,
Pushes Bruce to fight him.
who then does himself a mischief.
Alfred stages Batman's return with a shit fire bat.
Bane takes over the city.
Alfred does pro bono cleaning work.
Alfred double crosses Bane.
And reaps all that sweet dough window cleaning.
Alfred retires in France.
Orders a further branker.
Bumps into Bruce.
Whose marriage won't last, but at least he's got a new spine.
Pretty concise, that.
Anything else we need to tell anyone?
If you want to get in touch with the Film Thingy podcast, you can recommend some films for us to review. You can get us on Instagram at the Film Thingy podcast.
The Film Thingy podcast, is that just it?
There's a few underscores, so it's the...
So it's the Film Thingy podcast and then just a bunch of underscores.
So it's the...
Underscore.
Film...
Underscore.
Thingy...
Underscore.
Podcast.
That's it for underscores.
You got it, yeah.
Cool.
But drop us a message. Hope you like the episode. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Ciao for now.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.
See you on the French Riviera. Bye.